All right, guys, we're going into a semi-final. BYUN in the bottom right here for Pigstarcraft 8 and SHIN in the top left. The new patch is out. Madness is happening. People are happy. People are unhappy. People are losing their knickers in a knot over things not being the way they want to. But you know what? I think there's even more people losing their knickers on stage because whoever picked Neon Violet Square, King's Cove, and Abyssal Reef is a winner in my book. These maps are just fun. There's 3 maps combined so that there's 6 brand new maps and there's 3 very old maps that have been rotated back into the pool. And I just can't wait to see how it goes. We've got this beautiful cyber forest over here the players can't move through. Massive thank you, by the way, Carnage for the bits. And Biggin with a huge wave of gifted subs. Thank you everyone for the support, those who are watching live on Twitch. We're doing a lot of tournaments, a lot of show matches, investigating all sorts of changes right now here, but this is just a good old-fashioned best of 3 on the New Balance patch the day it comes out. And as far as I heard, the Cyclone is fixed as well, I believe. I don't have confirmation, but I think the Cyclone is now fixed. You guys can, someone will confirm that for me at some point in Twitch chat. I keep asking Jamie to look that one up. Then I realize that I'm not Joe Rogan. I don't actually pay any moderators in my chat to go look things up. I just ask them to, and then occasionally someone bothers to do it. Usually they just go, nah, we're here to watch StarCraft, not test things that you're too lazy to test. And I'm like, I'd go test it now, but I've got games to cast, guys. I'm live in the tournament. I can't go and test it. If someone can test it, I would really appreciate it. See if the Cyclone is fixed on the current patch, because I have no idea. People did say it is fixed. Malak says. Okay, so if we can trust Twitch chat, they say it's fixed. Sometimes people just say things without knowing. If you ask questions to a Twitch chat, for those who are watching YouTube anywhere else, it's a lot like being a very pretty girl walking into a nerd convention or maybe like a BYOC LAN or something and going, I need to get a new computer. What should I get? And you just got like 400 sweaty guys like, yeah, you need the Intel 17th generation chipset with it's got the sandy dust chip core. And the funny, like none of these guys, like some of them actually know what they're talking about and there's good advice, but like, most of them have no idea. They're like, you got to make sure you download extra RAM when you get your computer. And then, and then the other one's like, oh, don't take advice from this guy. AMT's even better. Or, and like there'll be a lot of guys who don't know much about computers acting like they do. And so for me, it's the same when I'll be like, oh, when was Zelnaga Caverns in the map pool? And there'll be 10 people like, 2011 March 13th. And I'm like, oh, cool. That's so cool that you happen to know that exact date. And I'll look it up and it's like 2012. And I'm like, oh, you're off by a year. They're like, oh, I made it up. I just wanted to be right about something. You asked a question. I wanted to be the one to answer it. And I'm like, okay, that's not helpful. But once again, eroding my trust in anything Twitch chat says. Okay, guy who wanted to be helpful. Here's the thing. It's more helpful if you know what you're talking about. Anyways, 1-1 upgrades are on the way. We've got 5 barracks, factory, starport. This looks like a pretty solid build, except for the fact that he's taken the cuck base in the back. Now, sorry, I don't know why I'm calling it a cuck base. That is rude, but let's be real. It's only 4 mineral patches. This is not very useful for a Terran player, especially playing Bio. Minerals is so important. This is gonna, like, the Banshees and the Hellions are slowing down SHIN a little bit, but I kind of have to wonder here. He has to rush a really fast 4th, or maybe he's just doing a low SCV all in. It's going to be interesting. Dude, the Hellions at the choke point could be good, but no, they get surrounded. Oh, man, no detection, though. That lair is so late. Those Banshees are doing good damage, but they run out of energy. Hellions do get surrounded as well. So I think at the end of the day, losing your Reapers and Hellions, probably not worth it. 4th base is now up. You got the 3rd there. SHIN can always take the 5th in the back if he wants extra gas later. But since he's more mineral focused, I think he wants to get on the map first and foremost. Now, the Marines are out. Lings won't really be able to do anything there. And there is an armory on the way very early. So that armory is going to allow him to go straight for 2-2. Look at this build, guys. I don't know if... Oh, actually, I do know. Sorry, I was trying to allocate strategic reasoning. BYUN, it's everyone's first day on the map pool. I think this might be his first game on this map. I don't think he counted the mineral patches before he took this base back. I think he forgot that this is a half base. BYUN is a bit of an autopilot captain because he's non-stop pumping workers, not building a 4th. And he's already massively oversaturated. And now he's going to build a 4th. Oh god, BYUN's 4th is so late as well. And this is what he always does, guys. BYUN has this terrible habit where he always grabs an SCV to build a structure from the furthest possible base. So if he's building a building in his main right now, he will grab a worker from this base to build it. And same thing with the command center. He'll grab an SCV from there, build the command center. Over the last year, he's done this almost every second game. And it's this weird habit. It's like this lazy tick almost that's built into his play. Is it going to lose him a game single-handedly? No. But as a StarCraft pro like BYUN, who used to never make such a lazy decision, it worries me that he's getting a little sloppy. That he's not as detail-oriented. Now, guys, you do not want to fight anywhere near these cyber forests with Ling Bane. The Marines get in there. The Banelings cannot take a good fight. BYUN should micro into and against that whenever he's fighting Ling Bane. Like, Ling Bane cannot fight in this area, man. The cyber forest is terrible. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about, man. Look at that. You can like hold the choke points and the units all get stuck. If you put Marauders in there, it is a no-go zone, dude. Oh, Hydra's rallying in from behind. Shin with a bit of a doo-doo there. Shin trying to take the gold base right here, right now. The thing in the mid is so zoomery. It's so ugly and non-associated into the game. Oh, this is like a zoomer club, you're saying? This is like a skibbity D forest? Is that what we should call it? Should we call this a skibbity forest? What are some other zoomer words the kids all say way too much, guys? Can we just like stack a bunch of those words together? It's a skibbity toilet. All right, Tank's getting some good shots off. We got the Massling on the right side. We can just call it Ohio. It's a Sigma skibbity Riz God. Well, BYUN actually is a skibbity Sigma Riz God, to be fair. This is the Sigma strip. The Gyat zone. Oh my god. That tank's gonna get caught. This is a good counterattack, dude. Shin's got really good supply. For a map that has a bunch of like no-go zones for Zerg, I feel like he's doing a really good job. To be fair, I do think BYUN really screwed up by taking so long to take this base. He's got 80 workers, but his bases are... yeah, they're all kind of like lightly saturated, and then this one's super oversaturated. It's not too bad. He does have 8 barracks coming out. Does he have a second factory? Yeah, he's got 2 factories now. Has he got one with a tech lab, one with a reactor? Oh, the Hydras ran forward and took the tanks. Really good. Those tanks were creating a very annoying position. He's finally going to break these rocks, get to respread creep and do all that. Meanwhile, drop snakes around the right side. 4th command center's up. 5th command center on the way. Banelings down here, just out of vision. Nope, they're in vision. BYUN. Oh, he does pay attention. Oh! Surprisingly slow reaction for BYUN there. I was not expecting that. Yeah, this map is about, I think it's about 7 years old now, guys. 6, maybe 6 years. Marines getting some damage. Might be 2019, if it's a bit more recent than I thought. Widowmine's getting a good shot there, but that base is wide open. Run the SCVs. BYUN, you gotta run, you gotta run. Oh! BYUN isn't the only one with Riz in this game. Shin gets in there and absolutely blasts. Bane maxing this Terran right out of there. Saves his Hive alive. His Hive just barely... well, how many hit points was his Hive on? Oh, Bane maxing has always been Shin's strong suit. That was actually really, really lit. Lit AF strategy. Ignores the Skibbity Forest. Avoids going down the Gyat zone. And does manage to save his Hive at the last second. To be fair, I think it's just because he didn't target. If BYUN just clicked on that, he could have got the Hive. But I think BYUN knew he wasn't going to be able to stop that Bane max. What a Sigma. Well, speaking of things that are moist, ladies and gentlemen, we've got BYUN in the bottom right side of the map. And in the top left, we've got Shin. If anyone speaks Korean, I guess you guys can try to translate. Bo3 is saying, damn, where's Crank? We need him. Of course, Crank, the lovely Korean commentator, retired pro gamer, who is famous for translating all of the banter between the Koreans during the Only Mo League and other tournaments that he is casting. But yeah, BYUN, man, this map is wet. We're on Abyssal Reef, guys, back from 2017. There's a space shark. That's right, there's a shark friggin' swimming around this map. I think when it goes out of vision, you can't see it normally. No, we can still see it. Oh, that's cool. There's fish everywhere. We're on the bottom of the ocean. When units die, they will float up. Look, they've got like coral. There's beautiful little coral waving around. We've got fish swimming down in this little hole here and like all around it. This is just a beautiful map, man. It's pretty. It's nice. There are some like seashells and stuff around as well. It's a beautiful map. Thank you very much for the subs, guys. Appreciate it. Reaper Expand coming out here for BYUN. It's funny, guys, because I've been watching 9 worker starts all morning. My brain's a little bit melted by it. Looking back at the normal 12 worker start, I'm like, oh, this is a bit weird. This is a little bit different. It's just because I've been watching these different openings and playing with these slightly different openings all morning. It's just kind of interesting because it's similar, but it does just kickstart a little bit faster here with the 12 worker start. Just jumps past the worker build up stage a bit faster. I wish we had rotated to old maps more regularly, says Testament. Me too. Well, it's nostalgic. I mean, I wish we had like a weekly map rotation, almost. If it was more old maps, right? It's like some maps stay much longer, but you rotate a few maps each week or something. I don't know. It'd be cool if just like 2 maps changed every week or 2. Maybe you just rotate the old maps. I don't know. I do like it in Age of Empires where I regularly go on and go, ooh, we're playing, you know, this map now. Oh, this map's now in the pool because it changes so quickly. Reaper dancing around. We should bring in some Wings of Liberty maps. Yeah, I'm going to do a tournament where it's just Delta Quadrant, Scrap Station, you know, friggin' Steps of War. 3cc opening for BYUN. Very standard stuff, guys. Nothing too crazy. This map has all normal bases on it. And what's really good for Terran is you get your 3rd, usually here, 4th in front of it, 5th below it. You have such a compact 5-base setup with a 6th that's pretty easy to take. It's actually a pretty decent sized map in terms of size, but like these ledges are so good for pushing as Terran as well. Like if you can get tanks down here, there is some brutal tank positions and just really nice push paths in general. Bring back Desert Oasis. Oh my lord, now we're talking about day 1 maps of StarCraft 2. Oof. Yeah, Antigua Shipyard. Antigua Shipyard's probably less egregious than the ones we just mentioned. Not a great map. Not as bad. Protoron's on the way along with the second gas. We're playing no link speed this game, ladies and gentlemen. Shin is going to optimize that economy and try to defend with the slow roaches. Now, you can build an Evo chamber and wall this off, or you can wall off with a single queen. So this map's really easy to defend, like mobile, adept, or whatever harassment. Oh, we're going to kill this creep chamber. Yeah, look at that. Shin's like, yep. Smart move. Very smart move. Now, don't get me wrong. You wall yourself off. If these rocks aren't down, a tank push can come from this side that you can't really get at it, right? But with Ravages, that'll be a bit easier. More Hellions building, and that is a Banshee. Man, it's a kind of a shame we never see Battlecruiser anymore. They made the Battlecruiser such a crazy unit with attack jump, and yet it's just too expensive and too delayed to ever be super effective in high-level games. I mean, it's an obnoxious unit, right? Giving it the ability to teleport anywhere on the map is obnoxious, but that's also why it's kind of fun to use. It's a bit ridiculous. Marine's going to deal with this Overlord. We'll get pushed out of the base. Ooh, Creep Tumor barely goes down. That's nice. Very important to slow that creep down. Now Shin will have to very slowly spread it in that direction. And that could be a push path, right? If Shin really focuses on defending and spreading creep here, you could push along this angle. It's a lot of choke points, really hard to get out there as a Zerg, not many wide open spaces, unlike that last map. Isn't it ironic that the Battlecruiser can't carry any units? Yeah, well, I mean, if we want to, like, I'm sure there's some RTS out there that's all realism, and all capital ships can load up, like, 86 Marines. So you can just, like, teleport a Battlecruiser to the other side of the base, unload 60 Marines inside their main, like, be like, lol. You know, it'd be cool if there's like a Star Trek RTS, but it's only like J.J. Abrams. Sorry, Star Trek, I mean. Star Trek RTS. But it's like J.J. Abrams, like modern Star Trek. So there's literally like no rules. People can like all units can teleport anywhere at any time. You can always like synergize some backwards overflow in your flux capacitor to blow up the enemy's main base. That would be so fun. All your units come back to life whenever it's convenient. It'd be great. Evo Chamber's going to get sniped down. Oh, Carapace denied. That's the downside of putting your Evo Chamber there. BYUN with a sick punish. And these are cloakless Banshees, guys. He didn't even make cloak. The value this man just got. Savage. Second Evo goes down behind the third. Oh, man. I don't like this Evo placement. Like, whatever drop gets back here later on, I feel like these Evos could get sniped later as well. But I think this map's going to be pretty hard for Shin. It's more used to the very standardized modern maps. It's going to be tough. Okay. Armory coming up. 1-1 upgrades halfway done. Second factory on the way. How many barracks we got, guys? 5 barracks, 1 factory. Second factory on the way. Starport pumping medevacs as well. Hellion goes down. Gonna sacrifice the Hellions for creep troopers. Maybe not the best play. This map is really hard to see things on the minimap, by the way. There's too many different like colors. White, black, green, white, black, green, white, black, green. So it actually makes it... I wonder if they changed maps because of that. Especially on this left side of the map. It feels like the minimap's almost off the screen. I don't know if that's just me or not. I feel like the minimap needs to be like inch to the right a little bit. Nah, it's kind of odd. If the BC was scaled to lore, what would you be killing it with? Whatever that gun is in Star Wars, they use in Empire Strikes Back to disable the Star Destroyers that are stopping their transports leaving orbit. They need that thing. Ion cannon? I think you need an ion cannon. Yeah, I think that's the way you do it. Roach Ravager. Yeah, the big nipple gun. Yep. The giant boob nipple gun. Roach Ravager Zergling, breaking the rocks. Ultra Cavern is on the way. Guys, we might get to see the big Ultralisks. Oh! Shin with the fungal ambush! Welcome to my high ground ambush! Oh! Oh! Shin! Shin! Dude, that was sick! That was sick! Oh, Shin. I thought Shin was having a really bad game, and especially with his carapace getting denied earlier. But now he's in a great spot. If he can deny this fourth, tanks are still caught mid-siege animation. Oh no! The tanks are in trouble. One of them goes down, but the bio will be able to defend. Shin's gonna have to pull back and wait for those ultras. Maybe losing a few too many ravages here. Good micro for BYUN. Trying to tag these ravages. Oh, really good tagging. Nicely done, nicely done. 2-2's past halfway now for Terran. Plus 2 carapace is on the way as well. 7 ultras. Shin is going to go for an ultra party, man. Does have a nice little wall off here, does BYUN, but that could get broken down by ultras pretty fast. Going up to 8 barracks, so it's going to be Widow Mine, Marine Marauder, Ghost. Those Infestors are still chilling on that high ground. Dude, if he catches him in the same spot again, that would be insane. Those Infestors are still there. Oh my god, the Medivacs are a bit too far back. BYUN, if you to the exact same spot get hit again, Shin's talking smack. Shin's like, you know my Infestors are waiting on that cliff again, dummy. And BYUN's like, oi, screw you, man. That's what that translates as. Oi, screw you, man. I speak Korean now. What can I say, guys? Everything I say on my stream and videos is completely true. That's double fungal. Yeah, it gets the double fungal. Remember, Marines can't pick up when they're fungled. So a bunch of Marines do go down. Super worth. I love that he went just 2 Infestors into the Ultras. It's such a nice way to play. Spore Crawler's there. Spore Crawlers do 20 damage now, guys. Even Medivacs really much worse. That is a Chunkalisk. What am I looking at, guys? That is a Chunkalisk. They're back. Oh my god, we're off Jenny Craig. We're off Weight Watchers. We are back in bulking mode, ladies and gentlemen. 14,000 calories a day. Dude, it's huge. That's what she said. And when I say she, I mean the lady that was driving the planetary before it got blown up by those friggin' 7 ultras. They were absolutely massive, dude. Back to the old big space cow, the big chunker. I love that we've added the old graphic back in. It just looks cool, man. Remember, they can push other units out of the way now as well. Ultras, big boys. Bios come in, landed some hits. Bio pushes it back. 4th command center keeps getting lifted off, and it feels like as long as Shin gets this 6th base up in mining, which he's about to start doing, adds the Spire for some Corruptors and then potentially some Broods, he could do well. Oh, another fungal ambush. Another fungal ambush. Dude, the moves here are looking good. And, oh, he's going to catch some Infestors, though. An Ultra does get chunked there. Infestor chunks go flying. Marines will get rid of that Infestor as well. But the Bio Army is super hurt, and there's only 6 Medivacs. There's no Fusion Core, which means you can't make Caduceus Reactor. You need it so badly right now. Ooh. Gotta run away. Oh, the Bio's too wounded. Oh my god, if the Baneling's connect at all, he's screwed. Even a few Ultra hits could ruin his day. Snipe's trying to get off. Oh, I think only like 1 snipe went off before the Baneling's connected. And the Ultras say, hungry, hungry hippos. They come in here. Free hugs for everyone. And they absolutely obliterate. BYUN's getting overwhelmed here, man. And it's a shame after getting that carapace, that fungal ambush really took the momentum away. And the fast Ultra rush pays off for Shin. Very cool to see. That Ultra trying to get on top. Good Marine Marauder starter step. Lings are there as well. Ultra's not resorting into Throne game. Are we even watching StarCraft anymore? I don't know, guys. This new patch, not even StarCraft if you ask me. It's meant to be build Ultras into lose. But cool to see. Shin does get the 2-0 there. Really nice play. I love the fungal ambush on the high ground. And I really thought that map would be kind of awkward to play as a Zerg, but it seems like maybe Abyssal Reef's a bit more balanced than I thought. GG, well played.